Where there is suffering, there is no love. And is it possible to end all sorrow? You might say, what effect has that ending of sorrow? If one is free from that sorrow completely, then what effect has that on the world, on the majority of people? That's the usual question one asks. Isn't that rather unreasonable question? First end it and see what happens. Not say, well, if I do this, what will it bring about? One feels there's a way of escape. One person has affected the world. Right? One leader in a war, from the most ancient of times till now, they have affected the world. One or two propagandists in Christianity have affected the world. Peter and Paul. One person like the Buddha has affected the whole of the Asiatic world. He didn't ask the question, if I do this, will it affect the mankind? That's such an absurd question. Forgive me if I use that word. So when there is an ending of sorrow, there is love. And then we have to ask, what is love? That word, like every other good word, has been spoiled. Is love desire? Is love pleasure? Is love a movement of thought and time? One can ask these questions. The speaker is asking that question. But the asking of that question, if one doesn't remain with the question, with the words, then we can go into it very deeply. We asked if love is desire. To us it is. Love is pleasure. Love is something possessive. Power, position, status. So we ought to consider together first what is desire. Perhaps some of you should kindly accept what the speaker is saying, have heard this word, the explanation of what is desire, and perhaps say, yes, get on with it. But to find out for oneself very deeply the nature and the structure of desire, and see its relationship in life, and find out why human beings throughout the world are driven by that in various ways, for power, for position, all the rest of it. Desire. that extraordinary energy, the desire to go to the moon, and how they worked at it. 300,000 people probably worked at that one project to go to the moon. And then put a silly flag up there. No, sir. If the British put their flag up there, it would be still silly. So, what is desire? Look at it yourself. Why is it that we are so we are slaves to desire? The various religions in the world have said desire must be eliminated, or one must transcend it, or that desire must be concentrated on a figure, on a symbol. Suppress every other desire except to search for God. The monks have been doing this for centuries. But desire is a flame. You can't burn it out. You can't put it out. It's there. You can have desire for something noble, and so on. It's still desire. And desire is causing havoc in the world. Each person desires his own way of living, his own way of thinking, and so on. That's so obvious. So we must understand very deeply, not intellectually, but profoundly, what is desire. Not escape from it, not rationalize it, not find a substitute for it. But what is desire? Desire is born out of sensation. Physical sensation. Sensation of perception, seeing, visual seeing, the hearing, the tasting. Those are all, the reaction to them is sensation. That's a normal, healthy sensations. And we have tried to suppress those natural sensations by fasting, discipline, by attributing all that, or turning all that energy towards a particular object, and so on. So, out of desire, or out of sensation, there is desire. That's obvious. There doesn't need further explanation. One sees a thing in the window, a blue shirt or a nice dress, the perception, going inside and touching it, and sensation, and then desire to own it or not to own it. Right? It's as simple as that. And what